There's an old story I heard from an old boss of mine. Now, it was involving tractors back in the 1950s, such as Land's Bulldogs. Now, you may know of these tractors. You see them enough at vintage shows and stuff like that. We've got a number of them over here. I don't know if they're American-made. They could be. Anyway, they're basically a massive, big single-cylinder diesel tractor. You know, this tractor has just got a big piston and a single-cylinder diesel engine that propels the tractor. And I've seen them idling, and you can see the things shaking up and down as they're idling. And they only, you know, they don't go very high revs. They only rev very slowly. But he reckons that when he was a kid in the 1950s, he saw farmers milking the cows, getting straight milk and pouring it into the diesel tanks, and they could drive these tractors off straight milk. To me, I have trouble believing it. It just sounds, I just can't work out where the energy's coming from. But if it was straight cream, I could imagine it would actually work. He said they didn't have enough power to be able to pull ploughs, but a lot of farmers do a bit of a run around their farm once a day, just to check that everything's going alright, that cows haven't busted the fence, that, you know, there's water in the water troughs, so no animals are going thirsty and stuff like that. And apparently they'd just be able to do a run around the place like that when they're running on milk, but didn't actually have enough energy to do any serious, you know, tractor work with it, like ploughing or anything like that. But I think if it was cream, and the cream was basically, you know, if the fuel tank was laying on the block, or there was some sort of a heat exchanger, like some sort of a, you know, radiator or even copper piping running through the fuel tank, and then the fuel line itself was running right hard up against the block or against the exhaust or something like that, and that cream was basically brought down, you know, melted, and it was a consistency of olive oil or something like that, I could easily understand tractors running off of cream, but not just straight milk. But that's what he told me. But if you know anything about it, PM me, because he swore black and blue it was straight normal milk, not cream. And it just, to me, I'll barely work out how it works, you know, because sure, it'll work fine with cream or any of the fat content of anything, but milk, yeah, I can't see it happening. But PM me if you've heard the same thing yourself from your grandfather or anything like that, because it's an interesting little story and I'd like to follow it up further.